Hello and welcome to Scots United, where I, Scott, and my team of Scots, who are also me, bring you the latest in movies, television, and popular culture. And yes, we will be talking about popular culture today.
Hey, it's July 4th. Flags, see? They're all over the place. So yes, this is coming to you from back in time, and my hair's a mess, so don't look at it that closely. July 4th, what do we think of? We think fireworks, we think of barbecues, we think of maybe bonfires, fires, campfires, not campfires, but definitely we're gonna go with fires because what do you do when you have a fire? You make s'mores. What do you need to make s'mores? You need graham crackers, you need chocolate, and you need marshmallows. And where am I going with this? Yes, Veronica Mars is coming back.
Wow, I really didn't see where you were going with that.
Fans of the show, if you did not know, are called marshmallows because it is referenced in the first episode. By the way, if you've never seen the show, it is available on Hulu. It may be available other places as well. And you owe yourself this treat. You should do yourself a favor. You will feel guilty that you never supported the show when it was originally on because it is that good.
Preach, sister.
When people have that discussion that they do on occasion about what are the best pilots of all time,
Lost, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, The Americans.
frankly, this show needs to be in that conversation. Having watched it again, it's great. If you aren't familiar, there's sort of like one overarching big mystery of the whole first season, and there's sort of little mini mysteries that she works on in between. Kristen Bell plays Veronica Mars. Enrico Colantoni plays her father, who is a private investigator, former sheriff. They work together. She's smart. She knows how to take care of herself. She's just a great lead. And I introduced my dad to this show as I began the rewatch. He is now a fellow marshmallow. Immediately, he liked Veronica Mars. He liked how smart the show was. He likes a good mystery too. But I'm just saying, you're missing out if you haven't checked it out.
There's 3 original seasons of Veronica Mars. Then it was canceled. Talked about a reboot in a different direction. Didn't happen. Then there was like a crowdfunding, GoFundMe type situation a few years ago, where they got a lot of money from all the fans and they made a movie to kind of bring it back. And now, here we are.
Hulu is doing a return to the series, a limited series, in about a month. So now's the time.
Okay, so Veronica Mars, it holds up. It is great. Plus, lots of cameos from actors who like are famous now but weren't famous then. So check it out. Hulu is so worth your time. And now to popular culture.
Can we talk for a minute about these live-action Disney adaptations?
Do we have to?
Apparently Jungle Book was really entertaining and charming. I feel like that's the key with these. I feel like you need to do older properties and reinvent them in interesting ways to make them more modern and fun. That's what I think actually might work. Although Dumbo, apparently, people didn't go to see. Nor did I.
Or because like no one is interested in Tim Burton anymore at all.
Okay, so like Beauty and the Beast was the first animated movie to be nominated for Best Picture. Okay, it's a classic. It's one of my personal favorites. And from what I gather, they pretty much just did a shot-for-shot remake and then threw in some extra filler, but then screwed up some of the important beats. So like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand the appeal. And from the trailer, Emma Watson's chirpy singing just wasn't going to do it for me.
Ouch! Direct hit!
We have a better version already. Why do we need a new version? And that's the same with, Aladdin. Aladdin just looks joyless to me. And again, a pale imitation of the original. I'm sure it's a little different with Will Smith's energy, but Guy Ritchie, I don't know.
You weren't thrilled by King Arthur or The Man from U.N.C.L.E.?
Now, Lion King I have issues with also because the whole idea of the Lion King is not original. It was stolen from a Japanese animation company that called it Kimba, the White Lion, and did a whole series on it. But they just didn't have the money to sue Disney over copyright, and so Disney still claims it's an original, which it is not. Kimba became Simba. The uncle was Claw, and now he's Scar or whatever. Pride Rock. There's a whole bunch of stuff that is literally lifted and just tweaked. It is offensive.
It is all true. Google it. And
I just can't wait to be king. Yeah, your king. Your dad has to die first. So, are you singing? I just can't wait for my dad to be dead. Like, give me a break.
now the Little Mermaid controversy.
Oh my God, I'm so just overtired with the underbelly of racist America. Now, Little Mermaid is like the last Disney movie of my childhood. It with Beauty and the Beast are probably, those are my two favorite, essentially.
So let's talk diversity.
Where can you do colorblind casting and have it not really impact the story? I mean, obviously Aladdin had to be, could not be colorblind, but in a good way, because we wanted actors of color to play those parts. You look, again, Little Mermaid, I mean, there's no rules about mer people, despite what Republicans are saying. So I see this, like, oh, cool. Like, I don't know who they're casting as Eric. Is it going to be interracial, this romance? That would be cool. I mean, is this a way to modernize it? But then again, am I planning on seeing it? No, because I can go watch the original Little Mermaid and still love it. I don't need to see this money grab nonsense. That's all this is Disney. I mean, first in the late 90s, early aughts, they were like, what if we made direct-to-video sequels that are all crappily animated for cheap and make a bunch of money on them because kids will have their parents buy them? And it happened. And did it cheapen the brand?
Yes.
I'm sure they think this is somehow more prestigious than making direct crappy videos, but it's not. It's just another shameless money grab. Again, if it was older properties or more obscure properties that they wanted to bring to a modern audience in a new and fresh way, maybe. If they wanted to choose filmmakers who were avant-garde or daring or new and up and coming, and let them have a voice in making a different, using it in a different way or taking a different take on it, that could be really cool, a different perspective. But they're not doing that. I mean, arguably Guy Ritchie could be that kind of filmmaker, but it wasn't like they were going to let him do a Guy Ritchie movie when he made Aladdin.
More guns, more Jason Statham.
They don't want to do only white-centric vehicles all the time. And, Lion King's all going to be animals, even though it is largely voiced by African Americans, but you're not going to be seeing them on screen. So I understand where they think, oh, Little Mermaid, this is an opportunity to make this less white and maybe more mixed, or I don't know the full cast, that still hasn't been decided. It's a logical idea, but then of course you have racist America wanting to shout and holler about my, not my Ariel. It's like, whatever, like, seriously. Again, the original Little Mermaid was nothing like the Disney thing anyways, but no one's, saying, not my Little Mermaid because they loved the original Hans Christian Andersen fairy tale, and that's what they want to go back to.
I saw the Little Mermaid statue when I was in Copenhagen.
But will I go see Little Mermaid in theaters, the live-action version, even if it has Melissa McCarthy as Ursula, because that's being talked about? She's in negotiations, apparently. No, because it's still going to be a stupid, hollowed-out cash grab filled with, nonsense. It's not going to be any better than the original, and it's not going to be aiming to be different. It's going to be aiming to be just close enough to get people to come see it, but just different enough to make it feel like it's something new when it isn't.
So in closing, racists, go home. We don't want to hear about it anymore. God, Trump has pulled enough of you out of the woodwork that I'm sick of it. We're sick of it. Embrace diversity. Get over yourself. So let them do what they want with it. Again, it's still an empty cash grab, and it's just meant to exploit your childhood. So who cares? But yet, still, at least let them try to put a little more diversity. Okay, rant over. Moving on. Have a great week. We'll be back next week with a movie review. Join us then.